Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. In this video, I am going to discuss how computer requirements have changed over the years. To get started here, what you see in front of me is a game called Quake, and to the right of that is a logo design software. Quake, when I was playing the original Doom and doing all that, Quake was made by the same, and that was the game to play because it was a better game until recently. But anyway, so one was done in 1995, and the other was done in the past year. So, which was 27 years ago, 95. So here's what you want to do. So if you look at the requirements here, it says MS-DOS 5.0 or higher, Pentium processor, 8 megabits of RAM, which is unheard of today. That requirement is so low today, it wouldn't run anything. Hard disk space, 40 megabits. For shareware, 75 megabits. At one point, shareware was the biggest thing. What shareware is basically you would get a demo of a game, and then you would buy the rest of the levels, and you would get a license for it. You have VGA, which is, then you have SVGA, which nobody uses anymore. Graphic support Sound Blaster, and 100% compatibles. Joystick and mouse supported, 3-button mouse recommended. Supports modern network and IP at that time. Internet play, which I never did. Because at that time I didn't understand that at the time, and a CD-ROM drive. So unfortunately this game is not being made, this series of game is not being made anymore, but that was the thing to play. And with that compatibility, the requirements were very, very low tolerance, not like today. If you know a machinist or anybody like that, they say, hey, tolerant, which means it's got to be right there. That's basically what this was. So at that time, if you open it up, it came with the CD, with the game logo. You put this in your CD drive, you would install it, and it would work. Now, unfortunately, this will not work with Windows 10. I've tried it. It won't even recognize the disk properly. That's because of the software so old. Now, with this game, they had Quake 2. That will install, and it might run, but it's going to crash, because I tried that on my gaming system, and it just crashed. So, I'm still trying to find software to get it compatible with Windows 10 so I could play it. So, with this is... I bought this today. So it says compatible with Windows 10. And I'm looking around and I can't find the hardware requirements. Why is that? In today's standards, if your computer can run a certain operating system, the software that's compatible with Windows 10 will run well. So if it runs Windows 10 really badly, it's going to run the software really badly. So basically, it's from one point to another. Basically, like Windows 10 with the software, that's what the TPM chip does for Windows 11, to put it in perspective. It has to run in a certain range, otherwise it's not going to work. That's what this. So, okay, so I'm shaking the box and I hear something inside there. I'm like, oh, cool, a DVD, whatever. No, with software these days, I'm going to open up the box here just to show. And I pull the cardboard out. You get this. There is no physical media whatsoever. That's due to manufacturing costs and stuff like that. You get a code and you go online and you download basically the demo, you enter the code and you unlock the full version. In 1995, doing it this way with the card, everybody would have laughed at you. Everybody would have laughed at you. And that's how the requirements have changed. So it's basically, that's how it was at the time. Now, in 1995, things were, it was written for this, written for that, and there was hardly any variable. Now, the only variable is, let's say this was for 95, you can have 98 on your machine and it would still run. You could even have 2000 and it would still run. It might run a little rough, but it could still run. And the tolerances for that have changed. So that's why in today's standards they don't have the hardware requirements on certain things. Now, I like that just so, excuse me, I could see what is going on. So I'm just going to put this right back up here like this. So you're going from something that's physical media here to something that is not. But there's 95, which is almost 30 years ago. That's how far things have changed in that amount of time. So that's kind of weird to me because they started doing software like this last year. Because I bought something and it's just a code. So what they do, instead of manufacturing the DVD, they give you a code. You download the demo. It's basically they're doing the shareware thing just in a different manner. Download the demo, enter the license code, and you get what you need. So, with that said, that is it for this video. Please comment, like, subscribe, and click that bell for more notifications.